there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping by. And before we get into today's episode, yesterday's episodes went down an absolute storm, so thank you very much for all your support, views, likes, comments, everything. So thank you very much. After the little hiatus that we had, yesterday was awesome on the channel, so thank you very much. And before we get into today's episodes, if you are enjoying the series, hit that like button, and if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button as well. And let's get straight into it. I was going to bring you two games today, but actually I'm just going to bring you the Leverkusen first leg and see if we can go away to Germany and pick up a result and bring it back to St James's Park for the second leg. We have played some games since we last met. And we last met against Liverpool and United. Two really difficult results there. A loss at Anfield against Liverpool and a 3-3 draw. An absolute barnstorm of a game against United. And that basically made me have a look at the tactic, because the forwards weren't getting involved. The attacking players weren't playing particularly well over the last few weeks. And I've changed tactic ever so slightly, but we have had injuries since then, so probably not going to have the first team out for this game against Leverkusen. So with those injuries, as you can see on the right hand side, Aya, Maya and Bolo and Neres all picking up knocks, but we did beat Wolves 5-0. Aldofa with a brace, Marin with a goal and Madison with a brace, scoring us a 5-0 win against Wolves. And then also in the Cup, we beat Burnley 3-0. A little bit of rotation going into this one, but John Joe Wilson and our youngster Paul Hunt coming in from the under-23s because of the injury crisis and scoring the third and final goal to round off 2 wins in 2. And no goals conceded against Wolves and Burnley, but against the big sides seem to struggle this season. Probably need to have a look at the transfer window and probably bring in some big names in the attacking front line. But we say we've got Leverkusen today. This is how the tactic looks as we speak, and as you can see, a dramatic change from the 4-2-3-1. We've gone isometric, so we've pushed one of the midfielders back as a defensive player. We've pushed the right winger back to go alongside Teixeira in the middle. Madison, the front man, we did have 2 up front against United, and again a little bit too attacking, so we dropped Arp back and we've put in an attacking midfielder. But everything else stays exactly the same from the game against United. We'll say we just tweaked it a little bit. We've also tweaked some of the tactics as well, some of the style. So we've gone a little bit more expressive, higher tempo. So those 2 things that have changed. We're not distributing as quickly as we were again. So I think we weren't set as we were distributing. So again, we've just unticked that one, and we've taken off the offside trap, and we've just gone to defensive with standard, and that seems to have really strengthened us up at the defence. So this is going to be the lineup for the game against Leverkusen. This could go horribly wrong. Rakitic in goal, Van Zanten, Pocconi, Zagadou and Baliou are the back line, and Henrique is back from international duty, so he will be in and around the first team for the latter stages of this season. Zakari is going to play in that deep lying playmaker role, because Maya is just about fit, but not fit enough to even go onto the bench for this game. Teixeira is going to be in that box-to-box midfielder role with Gray as a winger on support. Madison in behind Aldolfo on are the top 2, and then Marin basically kind of creating a second player in behind Aldolfo and probably getting a past him as well on that inside forward role. On the bench we've got Bastoni, Dodo, Bridges, Hunt, Wilson, Shelvey and Fetiar, because Neres is out injured. He's going to be back in full training tomorrow. Aya for 5 days, Matters unregistered, and then Bolo's out for a good couple of weeks because he twisted his ankle, I think. So yeah, he's out for a few weeks. But that's the lineup. Let's get into it. One and only game today, Leverkusen away. Can we bring a really good result back to St James's Park? Leverkusen lined up with a 4-2-3-1. They've got a regen in goal, Lantes, Weiser, Alvarez, Toringa and Sosa are the backline. Sosa was someone we looked at in the January transfer window, but we went for Henrique instead. Grilic and Van der Beek in the middle of midfield. Tangsov on the right, Aaron Davis on the left, pace galore for Alphonso Davis, and Dani Olmo in behind. Luka Jovic, who's in real life gone to Real Madrid, so he'll be the front man for them next season. On the bench they've still got the likes of Kevin Volland. He's probably the only real name on there that can come off the bench and do some business. But let's get into it. I'll see you when the first highlight hits. Come on, Newcastle. 25 minutes gone. Van Zanten throws the ball in to Adolfo, holds it up, big, strong Brazilian, and Maddison quickly to Teixeira, goes for a long shot, but straight Atlantes in the Leverkusen goal. He's going to start the game, he's going to hoof the ball down that right-hand side to Alphonso Davies, but Bocconi with a good header. Grealish into Olmo, back to Van den Beek, and taking control of the midfield out to Sosa. Sosa comes inside. Van Zanten tried to nick in there, but doesn't. Olmo, a little bit of time and space, goes for a shot, but high and wide from the Croatian. Maddison going to whip that ball in. Got Adolfo at the back post, and he heads onto the side, net in. And we've got 10 minutes to go in this first half. Even Stevens here in this first leg. And that's half time. Very even game, as you can see, with regards to the match stats. 10 shots for us, 8 to them. 6 on targets are there, 4. And possession, very, very closely matched as well. Lyon are beating Celtic 1-0 in the first leg there. Jovchev scoring the goal for them. But getting to the dressing room, it's actually not been a bad performance. A couple of the boys nervous. Bellew and Antonio Marin. Not the best ratings though, 6.4, 6.5s, and just going to keep it calm and just say, unlucky boys, things haven't gone right for us so far, and again, there's a lot more to come from this team, and I believe they've got what it takes. Go out there in the second half and at least get a goal and send an away goal back to St James's Park. Maddison, free kick. Almar goes for goal, and Lantes is there. Zagadou can't turn it back in because it's a great block by the defender of Leverkusen. I was going to make a change anyway, but Van Zanten picked up a little bit of a knock, so he comes off for Dodo. Maddison not having the best of games, so we're going to put Harry Wilson in behind Adolfo, and we're also going to bring off Dennis Zakaria, and we're going to put Teixeira back there. He can play in that deep line playmaker role, and bring John Joe on in the box to box. 3 changes made. 20 minutes to go. Can we break the deadlock? Mari Gray picks up that ball. 15 minutes left on the clock. Finds Wilson. Wilson into the final third. Goes for a shot, and the shot's a little bit wayward, but this second half it's been all Newcastle. Just not able to break this deadlock. Danny Olmo with a free kick. Goes for goal, and Rakitic just manages to keep that ball out. Marin's picked up a knock, and another winger of ours seems to be going down to injury, but final few seconds in this game, final minute of this game, Teixeira in that deeper role now. Shelby, lovely switch out to Mari Gray, cuts inside. Adolfo's there, big and strong in the middle, but gets the header on goal. But straight Atlantes had, say, the better of this second half, and just not managed to break down the deadlock. But our home form seems to bring us through most games, and hopefully our home leg against Leverkusen will do just that. That is it. Full-time whistle goes. A 0-0 draw away at Leverkusen. Not the worst one of the worst results to bring back to St James's Park, but attacking wise, not the best today against a really, really strong defence in Alvarez, Alpau, and who else was out there? Oh, Turanga. But all in all, I'm very, very happy with a draw away from home in the first leg of that Champions League game. Van Zanten's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, so big blow for that. And Marin's only out for a few days, so not too bad. We're also going to bring you the FA Cup draw. That's coming up in a few minutes' time, and then we'll come back and see when we're going to see you next time. Here we go then, 6th round of the FA Cup, and teams left in the hat: Chelsea, United, Stoke, Watford, Ipswich, Swansea, and West Brom. Basically, don't want Chelsea or United, so let's draw. Next team, United will play Ipswich, West Brom will play Watford, Chelsea will play Swansea, and we will play Stoke away from home at the Bet365 Stadium. So where does that fit into? The schedule? Fits in just after the second leg of Leverkusen. But we are going to bring you the Arsenal game. We're going to do Arsenal and Leverkusen next time out, just because this is how the Premier League looks at the minute. Arsenal are 5 points behind us, so they beat us. They go 2 points behind us, so really big game against the Arsenal. Chelsea are behind them by 2 points, so they're on 47. United and Liverpool on 45, and then Everton massively on 39 points, so 10 points between them and second. Massive difference between the top 5 and the rest of the table. But as you can see, with the World Cup, Tottenham have only played 17 games, so they can really shoot themselves up further up the table if they win all their games in hand. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, as I said earlier on in the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and you're enjoying everything you see on the channel. As I said, we did just finish a 1860 Munich save. That's in a playlist on the channel, so if you want to go back and check that out, by all means. And there's a playlist for this one on the channel as well if you've missed anything on the Newcastle save. And until next time, when we bring you Arsenal away from home, massive game, first versus second, and the second leg of the Champions League tie, I'll see you soon.